Hello Virgo, so I'm doing your weekly tarot for June the 10th to the 17th. Apologies again Virgo, my water fountain is still broken, okay, so yeah, it's just in case anyone's wondering why it's not been turned on all week. The pump has decided that it's going to take a nice long retirement to the bin, basically. The spare part has not been delivered yet, so yeah, it's still not working. Right, Virgo, for your situation, you've got a man holding a heart. Interesting. Now, you could be this masculine energy that is in love, or you could be dealing with a masculine energy who has caught feelings for you. Just take it as it resonates, okay? Okay, the plot thickens. Could be someone who lives at a distance from you here, Virgo, with the World card showing up as well. Now, the combination of these two, Virgo, whichever angle it's coming from, okay, I feel that someone is about to start emotionally opening up to you, okay. There is definitely this message of planning for the future, of expansion, love, romance, good feelings, okay. There's greater clarity here that's coming in about a love situation. There's also a nice balancing out of the emotions as well. And I feel that someone is about to maybe give a bit of a love confessional here. Let's pull the tarot and find out more. Right. Yeah, we definitely need to dig a bit deeper into this one. Can you tell us what is going on for Virgo with this love energy? It's possible that you've been speaking to someone who lives at a distance from you as well, Virgo. And those feelings are growing and developing, okay? The Ten of Wands, yeah, so it's a complicated situation. Circumstances that are outside of your control, that are outside of their control, are complicating this connection. The Six of Cups and the Ace of Wands. This is somebody that you know quite well, Virgo, right? So it's not a stranger or anything like that. It's not someone that you've recently met, because you've got this card of nostalgia with the Six of Cups and how the past is bringing gifts to you, okay? That might be why it's a complicated situation. Maybe you used to date this person in the past when you were younger, perhaps, with this Six of Cups. And you know how life is. You drift off. You drift off onto different paths. Well, this massively implies that your paths are crossing with each other once again, okay? Interesting. Yeah, I need to keep digging into that. I'll just grab another deck. Can you tell us more about this message with Virgo and this person and how their paths are once again crossing? What's going on with this? Judgment, off balance. Okay. There's something here, Virgo, about how either you or they are hoping that the other person isn't going to judge them too harshly or too negatively, right? I feel that someone's journey here has been particularly difficult. Again, either yours or theirs. Oh, the Hierophant off balance. Okay. So a situation someplace else didn't work out then. There's the very real potential for a divorce or a separation here that this person is hoping that you're not going to judge them too harshly for. okay, or vice versa. It kind of feels like their energy is saying, look, I am going through some issues at the moment, some problems, but I don't want you to look at that as if I'm not loyal or I'm not faithful or anything of the sort, okay? I'm definitely getting the impression, Virgo, that this person, a long-term relationship or a marriage for them just didn't work out, okay? They are afraid that they're going to be judged negatively for that, okay? I mean, it is what it is, right? Financial constraints for why this is happening. So the catalytic energy is lack of finances or a lack of resources. The catalytic energy is restrictions, specifically when it comes down to being able to make choices, being able to make plans for the future, restricted by lack of opportunity, it could be as well. In terms of like finances and physical resources, then it's saying that someone's financial issues, especially if it is like a divorce or a separation here, because usually people tend to lose everything, right? When they lose a long-term relationship, they tend to lose everything, or at least one of the party does. Okay, like that's pretty much a given. So this individual is the party that is on the losing side of the table, if that makes sense. So now, because their finances or their resources are so short or tight, I should say, that gives them very, very limited options. So they're having to choose between what they need and what they want. Now again, Virgo, I keep saying they, but this could easily be your energy as well, okay? So again, you've got to use your discernment and fit the pieces of the puzzle where they fit for you without it being forced, okay? Yeah, someone here is definitely struggling financially because of a split. And they're not wanting to be judged negatively for that because, you know, on a psychological level, they already feel like they're a fuck up or a failure. Do you know what I mean? Difficult situation here. Can you tell us more about this catalyst? Now, it's possible that this person might not be able to come see you or come visit you or travel or anything like that because of these financial issues. It's possible. The Queen of Pentacles. Here's the thing, right? You all know to be careful for scams, right? I sincerely hope that I'm not speaking to an individual who is currently being scammed, who is currently being given all these sob stories and everything, okay? I sincerely hope that that's not the case. Now, I've already mentioned that this is a person that you have got a history with, okay? So that history is there. You're not dealing with, or I'm not reading for, a collective that is speaking to a person that they've never met in real life, okay? If you've just met someone online and straight away they're giving you all the sob stories and how they're needing money and everything, cut off that situation immediately. That goes without saying. And do be rest assured that this particular tarot reading is not your reading this time, okay? Because there is that history that you have with this person, right? You might have grown up with this person, or as I said, you might have dated back in your younger years, right? Here, I'm looking at an individual who was incredibly successful. Okay, so they've gone from this Queen of Pentacles energy, again, doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman, they've gone from this self-made position of success, of wealth, of, you know, building this really solid, stable, productive lifestyle, right? They've gone from all of that to losing it all, okay, through this divorce or this separation. Can you tell us more about this catalyst? Yeah, death and the sun for the catalyst. Two major arcanas here back to back. So someone, Virgo, either you or this other person, are currently working hard on making the necessary changes to correct this situation. Okay, we see very real results that are coming through with this sun energy. So in spite of everything, this person, whether it's you or them, is still holding on to remaining optimistic about the future. So whoever's energy this is, you're refusing to be defeated, okay? And that ultimately is fueling you. It's giving you the firepower needed in order to make these necessary changes, okay? Right, so what's going on in your blind spot, to be fair? So this one is heavily based off of the Justice card in traditional tarot, which of course is all about balance, justice and fairness, okay? Now with this going on in your blind spot, I feel that this is saying, Virgo, that you're needing to not just weigh up your own options, but to weigh up the possible causes and effects. Okay, the Queen of Wands. Right, so Queen of Wands is very magnetic. These are all off balance. A Knight of Cups and the Temperance card, also off balance. Right, here's the deal. Weighing up the cause and effects of growing frustrated with the whole situation. Weighing up the possible effects of this Knight of Cups off balance, which is an emotional withdrawal. Okay, Knight of Pentacles also off balance, and Death reversed. Right. That's a refusal to accept that something does need to change here, and what the effects of not changing something up might have. It's to do with love. It's to do with this connection here. Honestly, Virgo, I genuinely feel that you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, because you're not going to be able to do the work on behalf of this person, right? You're not going to be able to dig them out of this hole that they're finding themselves in. The only person that you can help, the only person that you can rescue in this equation is yourself. Right? So they're saying here for you to measure up or weigh up the effects that your actions could potentially have by wanting to rescue this person. It's understandable that you would want to, you know, literally help out this person more than what you already have, because I genuinely feel that you have been helping out this person with emotional support, okay? But as far as everything else goes, Virgo, you're pretty limited on exactly how much you can do for this person, right? There's definitely a bit of backtracking here with this Knight of Pentacles off balance that's been going on. I'm not entirely certain where that backtracking is coming from. I will look into it in a minute, right? It's this death reversed for me, where I feel that this individual, although clearly they are wanting to be with you, the way that they're going about it, it's coming across as a little bit suspect, okay? And I'm certain that it's a bit suspect because they're dealing with a lot, clearly. You're also dealing with a lot. I feel that emotions are about to boil over, okay? Someone's about to lose their temper here, potentially, with this Temperance off balance also. And I feel that you're just wanting a straight answer from this person as to whether or not they are completely and absolutely serious about progressing the situation or the connection, the relationship here with you. You don't know, you're suspicious because their actions are very much on again, off again, progress, backwards. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit chaotic. Okay, it is a bit chaotic. Is there anything else? Yeah, so I was going to ask a question earlier, but I feel like I've already answered it, Virgo. Is there anything else that Virgo needs to know here? The Page of Wands in the upright position. Okay, take the initiative, right? So obviously you can't control the situation and you are limited on exactly how you can help this person. They're saying here, in your blind spot, that you might find yourself in a situation where you're the one that's taking the initiative to get this person to speak to you more openly about how they truly feel about everything, okay? Because again, I am feeling that there's a bit of an emotional withholding rather than an emotional withdrawal. There's an emotional withholding. It's almost as if this person is letting you in, but they're only letting you in so far, okay? So yeah, it's kind of like a trust-building exercise that's going on here. The King of Swords. Okay, so being strategic. Interesting. I feel that that's saying that that you can approach this from a strategic angle. That's also communication as well. Honest communication. You being honest with them about what your feelings are about the whole scenario, and then them opening up to you and them being honest with you about how they truly feel with the whole scenario. I'm also picking up as well that someone's afraid that they might be moving on too quickly, too soon. Okay, so you could be afraid that this is, you know, that you're potentially being used as a rebound situation. They are afraid that you might think, oh yeah, I'm just on the rebound, right? Everything about their energy is trying to convey that they're not on the rebound. It's just at the moment they're stuck. And they don't know how to break free from that cycle of what feels like going nowhere fast. Okay, that's why you've got all tied up here in the position, Virgo, of what is working for you. What's working for you is you getting this person to open up a bit more. Or again, if this reading is vice versa, then what's working for you is you opening up a lot more to your person of interest, okay? Because you're wanting to help them, or vice versa, then they are going to want to be helping you, but they don't know how, okay? So opening up is genuinely going to be the answer here. Now, this one says drama around you could be stopping you from moving forward. A lack of motion or a sense of personal freedom. So someone genuinely feels like they do not have that personal freedom in order to escape from this cycle that they're currently caught up in. And it definitely is affecting the relationship with you. It definitely is affecting that. So yeah, what's working for you? Communication. Okay, look, 2 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. There it is. There it is. Making sure that you're both on the same page, making sure that your goals are in alignment with each other. Okay, this is 2 people in love who are focused on creating this 10 of Cups together. Okay, this house, this home, this lifestyle, this relationship. But at the moment, it's all tied up in something else, okay? It's going to take 2 to build this 10 of Cups. The thinking women for how this is likely going to play out. And this one says, someone sent to you to trigger your spiritual journey, being taken in a new direction towards higher understanding. Okay, so yeah, it's very possible, Virgo, that this connection, it's one of those types of connections where your paths are crossing again because they're supposed to cross again in this very moment. Okay, it is possible that you're dealing with a soulmate of some type. Okay, again, it's up to you to figure out whether or not it's a healthy soul connection or one of those more unhealthy type soul connections. Okay, you're going to know the answer to that one deep in your own heart. This is indicating that the connection is being taken in a whole new different on a whole new different journey, basically. So, you know, you might have started off as friends and then you end up as, you know, romantic partners, for example. Okay, that's a prime example of where the connection took on a whole new different journey. Ultimately, I feel that there's something here that, yes, in a lot of ways you were supposed to learn from each other, and you are currently learning from each other, but it also doesn't have to be painful lessons, okay? Difficult, a bit of a struggle, yes, absolutely, but when you really look at the rest of your cards and the rest of your messages, it doesn't need to be the type of lessons that are learned through being destroyed or through being devastated, right? These are the types of lessons that I can see that are being learned for both you and them through the act of being loved in such a genuine way. Okay? Can you tell us more? how this is, thank you, how this is going to play out. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles. Everything working out, everything balancing out. And the Moon. You know, I actually feel, Virgo, that fears and secrets are about to be discussed, are about to be revealed. There's the Tower with the Eight of Swords, right? Sudden revelations are about to be made here. It has to be made. It has to happen in order for this Chariot to be the strongest overall message of your reading, Virgo. This is all about now taking this relationship or this connection up to the next level. The revelation that is being made here is someone is being taught through the actions of another person towards them that they are worthy of love. They were always worthy of love. Okay, Virgo, you think the world of this person, they think the world of you. Unfortunately, not everyone in your lives has been treating you in that way, okay? We can only learn effectively through our past experiences in life. And when someone's past experiences in life has been this kind of bullshit here, it's only going to stand to reason that they would expect more of that kind of bullshit, okay? This is one of those connections, Virgo, where it's very different in that way, where it is respectful, okay? You are both learning. Yeah, we've always been worthy of love. It's just we've never had anyone to demonstrate that to us until now. And it's that until now part that has really got someone thinking here, that has really got someone in their head. That's the epiphany moment. That's literally the epiphany moment. You're finally being able to make sense of everything. You're finally able to put the pieces of the puzzle together. You see? It's all there. It's all there. Right, let's get you a healing message. You have healing and guidance for Virgo, please. Patience, yeah. Moon cycles and patience. Now, you'll notice that this one did come out of the deck off balance, okay? Because there's frustrations that are building. That's why you had that temperance also that came out off balance. Someone has grown frustrated with love or relationships, things like that. Okay, so someone's grown really, really frustrated with the whole thing. So give this some time, Virgo, and your frustrations, or their frustrations, with love and relationships will be eased. Okay, right, what card are we looking for? Moon cycles. So that one is number 58. Let's take a look. Okay, so moon cycles and patience. This one says this card urges you to trust in, oh goodness, there's that word, divine timing. In ancient times, women and men were more attuned to the fact that life goes in cycles, just like the moon, and we know this because the first recorded lunar calendars date back to at least as far as the Stone Age. It served these people to know which moon phase they were in, just as it serves you now to know which life phase you're in. As you go through whatever you're going through right now, as you experience whatever has prompted you to ask this question, as you impatiently await the next developments, remember that life goes in cycles. And just as you cannot hurry up the moon, you cannot speed up the process that you need to go through now. You need to feel all of your feelings and learn all of your soul lessons as you go through whatever you're encountering. Peace is called for, but you'll more than likely get to where you want to go. It is not easy to wait, but sometimes instant gratification leads only to short-term gains. Additional meanings for this card: be persistent, this too shall pass, and just like the moon, we all go through phases. Slow down, and there is a natural cycle that needs to unfold. Okay, Virgo? So unfortunately, yes, this particular process or this connection, this relationship, it cannot be rushed, okay? It then goes on to say that the moon is always whole, even if we can't see the whole of her. This relates to the likelihood that the answers you're seeking are coming, even if you cannot hear them yet. Yeah. So that ties in nicely as well with the message of secrets being revealed and things being made really obvious to you. Okay, all in due course. Right, so let's get some cheeky words of wisdom from the shitty deck for a little bit of light-hearted fun. Okay, so Virgo, there will be so many shitty people who will try to change you and make you question who you are. But remember, you need to be a little odd to be number one, and shitty people can't even calculate that. Okay. Basically, to hell with whatever anyone else thinks. Okay. There will be times where you feel tired, that you can't push forth any further, but you need to dig deep and pull that shit out of you to keep going. Yeah. So that is digging deep and using all of the resources available to you that are a part of you. Okay. Your strength, your resilience, your dedication, your perseverance. Dig deep. Okay. And keep going. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. For personal reads with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Also, don't forget to check out Otter's Spirit. The link for these guys is also in my description box below as well. They have been long-term supporters of our channel, and they make these gorgeous gemstone bracelets with these cute little otter faces on them. So they actually donate a portion of every sale to the wild sea otter charities, so it's all contributing towards a fantastic cause as well. There is a discount voucher for them in my description box below. So yeah, don't forget to use that against all of your Otter Spirit purchases. Thank you so very, very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.